Hello, everybody. Hey, so if you're not familiar with this game, it's what if Marvel superheroes were in a BioWare type game? In terms of like they have like relationships with you and like as you become better friends with them, they have better abilities and stuff unlocked. Um, it's like magic superheroes. So it's really fun that way. I mean, like, Tony Stark and stuff are there, but also a lot of the magic-y Marvel heroes are here too. And so I just started, but I figured we would do my we would use my file that I've already started, where I've already played the tutorial, and that's it. I've only played the tutorial. So, what you need to know: this character, the player character, is a legendary hero from hundreds of years ago who defeated the villain Lilith, but Lilith has been risen from the dead, and so the hero has been risen from the dead too. Um, and we went on our first mission where Wanda got taken captive. Wanda Maximoff. If you have any questions about any of this, please feel free to ask. I would love to try to give little explanations of what the characters of the Marvel Universe are. Attack essence. I'll pick that up. Okay. Yeah, so please feel free if you're ever confused about anything. I will talk about anything. I don't know very much about certain people like Blade, but I will talk about them.
No, the sanctum is airborne and covered in slime.
So Wanda got captured, and then Venom showed up, and we fought Venom for a little while. Venom is working for the big bad in this game. He's got these extra horns, and Spider-Man went and saved our butts and distracted Venom for us.
See what I did there?
I'm hoping the stream looks okay because I'm being told that the encoding is overloaded constantly. Let me just make sure that our video options are low. Yeah, okay, it's on low. Low. Okay. Well, my computer is above the minimum settings needed to play this game, so hopefully it works. I don't know how the stream looks for you, Robbie. Hopefully it looks okay. Anyway. Seems to be running well. Okay, I'm glad. Thank you, Jeremy. Alright, let's talk to Carol.
Let's talk later, Hunter. Tony will start pouting if you keep him waiting too long.
Okay.
Heard you had a nightmare. In the words of Agami Ito, don't be afraid. Bad dreams are only dreams.
Okay. And then I don't have any arcane keys, but there's these chests around that I haven't been able to open yet. Attack essence.
Hey, don't take it so personally. It's not like they forgot about us.
Look at these controllers, they don't even have joysticks on them. That's a stylish little game console, though. Yeah, it's tactics and dialogue, so it should be fine. Like, you don't need to see that much on it, as long as the subtitles are legible for people, I guess.
Walks among us.
Oh. The music's a little weird, though.
Not that it makes any difference to me, but I think Tony's waiting for you, Hunter. He seemed excited.
Hunter?
There's like a lot of delay for when people talk, though, which I've noticed in previous scenes when I wasn't also streaming. So it might be a little iffy, but...
Heard about what happened in New York, Hunter. I'm sure whatever Tony's cooking up down there will only help.
Alright, I guess we should go see Tony then.
Think you can tell your friend inside there to turn it up a few hundred Kelvin?
I could. However, it might shatter the containment spell, preventing him from incinerating this facility.
I think we're good. And just in time.
The Forge has certainly changed.
Right. Caretaker said this all happened after your siesta. What spooky castle would be complete without its own Babylonian demon-powered furnace?
Sumerian fire demon. His name is Babs.
Oh, now it all makes sense. Well, once you get past the esoteric terror of the situation, I've found this thing actually has some uses. Molecular bonding, breaking down evil gamma serums, fashion accessorizing.
Yes, speaking of...
Oh, right. It's ready.
Your armor seemed to offer minimal protection against the venom creature.
I noticed.
Yeah, I thought you could use an upgrade.
Well hammered. Well fired. Caretaker did not mention that you two were such skilled smithies.
Yep. I am Iron Smithy.
Perhaps you should just try it on. Still think I could have used a cloak.
Stylish, damn near indestructible, and we even got the size right.
Oh,
For our first collaboration.
I'm glad the writing in this game is good because it seems to really depend on it.
Cloak. You think everything could benefit from a cloak?
I do not.
Oh, I've heard the things you whisper to your cape when you think no one's listening.
Ah, the joys of sharing a workspace. And a...
I hate to admit it, but somehow this ancient forge puts any arc reactor I've got to shame.
I'm glad you 90 hours. Okay, sounds like a good game.
Who would have thought mystically bound demon power would be so damn energy efficient? Or carbon neutral? Certainly got that new suit of yours done a lot faster than I expected. Speaking of, what's the verdict, boss?
It is nice having an armorer on demand.
Anytime. I tried to make this version a little less palatable to that symbiote thing. It was this close to making it menthol flavored. But tools are just one part of the equation. You gotta know how to use them too.
Sorry, the game runs so slow.
900 years before we woke you from your eternal rest?
Wow.
I'm betting you have questions, so ask away, Hunter.
I take it this new version is a technological marvel?
Impact-resistant carbon composites, some patent-pending alloy mesh, and a few touches from Dr. Spooky over there. And hey, the built-in communicator means we can talk to each other without sending a raven.
So it is a marvel, then?
Lightweight, nearly indestructible, and modular enough for future upgrades. Frankly, I wouldn't have used your old suit to wax the Mandarin's car.
You must have an interesting origin story of your own.
Well, just your typical American boy.
This floating
Pops
candle
was
is
a
very
founding member
funny
of the
to me.
military-industrial complex. Mom, a famous socialite. Tragedy struck when I lost them both in a car crash, which turned out to be a hit from a rival corporation. I spent my early teens at MIT, trying to clear my head, and was all set to follow in Dad's footsteps as a war profiteer. Then one day, fortune shined on me, in the form of some errant shrapnel that lodged itself just above my heart. So I did what anybody in that situation would do. I built a supersuit and started fighting crime.
I guess we have all had difficult childhoods here.
Yeah, no kidding. I can't tell you how hard it was to memorize all that at Skrull Sleeper Camp. Just kidding. Or am I?
Is all this magic a threat to your new technology?
Oh man, it does take a long time for the dialogue to load, doesn't it? Oh my gosh.
It might surprise some people to hear this, but I do like some things with rules.
Oof, it really takes its time.
Isotope decay, magnetic fields, and gamma oscillation make a lot more sense to me than Eye of Newt, bat wings, and a sprinkle of sunshine. At least they did before everything changed.
Yeah, why is your best friend a wizard then?
But you and the doctor seem to work well together.
Well, no need to put a label on things. The guy is good at making sense of this madness every now and then. He's not talking to his cape.
See anything strange around the Abbey?
Seen anything strange around here?
What, other than my roommate? Boom! Roasted! But on a more serious note, this place is legitimately haunted. Mirrors look back at you. My room rearranges itself. And worst of all...
Magic cats? Yeah, Stark and Strange BFFs. This game certainly makes them seem like it. Man, this is taking a long time to load this one.
Magic cats.
Oh, it's like taking a long time to load. It's just taking a long time to load. Yeah, it's comedic timing. A black cat?
Was it suspiciously elusive, even for a cat?
Tony's staring into the middle distance, thinking about
Actually,
magic
yes.
cats.
I
Yes.
thought I was going crazy there for a second, but clearly I'm still firing on all cylinders. It just poofed in next to me out in the yard. Small, black, furry. Cute little thing. Probably some kind of shape-shifting monster knowing this place.
We're just standing here, staring at each other.
What sorts of things are you doing in here?
Oh, that's right. You were out a while. Basically, we've got a gigantic demon inside the magic box here that provides near limitless power for whatever we might need. Sounds insane, but sometimes it's easier to just go with it.
I am impressed with your resourcefulness.
From where you're standing, I could see that. Still, I doubt I'll be branding one of these with the Stark Industries logo anytime soon.
Thanks for catching me up on things.
Anytime. Oh, and speaking of things, remember that creepy gamma goop you found from that hopped-up Hydra soldier? Well, I gave it a peek, and it explains a lot. If you have a minute, meet me at the anvil over there, and I'll walk you through it. I promise it'll be worth your time.
Had to go pick up this thing that has been bothering me the whole time. What did I just pick up? The star. Nova rises up into the starry sky, surrounded by stars that represent the support of his team. This card symbolizes serenity and hope for the future.
That is something.
Strange's Cape. One of Strange's Cape, suspended in an ornate glass case. The cape floats in the air, rippling slightly through the air, though the air is still. Okay, that's cool. What is that? Orb of Agamotto. Strange's
What is this?
Orb of Agamotto. One of few artifacts recovered from the Sanctum Sanctorum. A powerful energy emanates from inside as the orb seems to rotate indefinitely. Chest with vials. A wooden chest with brass hardware containing glass vials. I love that I'm, like, getting knowledge from looking around the place. That's very cool. Cluttered table. A desk cluttered with books.
Fascinating.
Some of them older than you, and you are quite old. The Moon. Moon Knight hides his true identity behind his cloak and shadow. This card represents deception, but also creativity and the unconscious. Oh yeah, 6 credits.
Hunter, your new attire suits you quite well. But how are you holding up on the inside? I know it's easy to look upon me and simply see the universe's utmost authority on all things mystical and macabre, Hunter. However, in addition to being Earth's...
What?
You mean a physician of the medical arts? You jest.
I assure you, Hunter, I do not jest. They don't call me Mr. Strange, now do they? Except for Tony. Your awakening ritual was admittedly a touch more chaotic than I had originally intended, and, well, after a violent encounter with Venom, my oath to Hippocrates compels me to check in with you. Simply put, how do you feel?
Like I woke up on the wrong side of the grave.
Physically, I am fine. However, I do feel some...
grogginess, a tinge of nausea, sense of memory loss upon time of passing, watery or itchy eyes, common side effects when one is pulled back into the light. Believe me, I know. If any other symptoms arise, you can always tell me. Particularly if you develop a craving for brains. I have a cream for that. In any event, I, for one, do not know if I will ever feel 100% again after the events of yesterday. I still can't believe what transpired. The Sanctum, all that knowledge. Wanda, lost. Swallowed whole by the black mouth of that foul Venom creature. With all my resources, all my gifts, I should have seen this outcome spelled out in the sacred geometry of this universe years ago. But I miscalculated.
Lilith's power has placed a dark shroud over us all, Doctor. You are not alone in this.
Your words are appreciated. Still, I must not allow the underlying truth of the situation to become shrouded as well. It's not just the Sanctum Sanctorum that was lost yesterday. It was my protege, Wanda. She is my charge, my responsibility, and I failed her. But I am determined not to let that happen with you, Hunter, which is why I am here to answer any questions you may have. Perhaps my wisdom may benefit you more than it has me thus far.
Just hear Tony doing stuff in the background.
On the roof. You have run into it before?
Unfortunately, yes. In the simplest of terms, Venom is an alien species living in symbiosis with a human known as Eddie Brock. He's something of a fixture in New York these days, but typically his hijinks are confined to harassing Spider-Man.
It sounds like Spider-Man is Venom's nemesis. Maybe he has some insight.
Of course. I have no doubt Spider-Man will prove to be an invaluable asset in the ongoing fight against both Venom and Lilith.
Tell me about your Sanctum's wards of protection. I have never heard of a protection spell that powerful.
In your time, I'm sure you encountered a variety of minor wards and protective spells. The Sanctum Sanctorum was shielded by one such incantation, but greatly amplified by the convergence of ley lines.
And no one has ever broken the spell? Ever?
There's always a first for everything, but I had honestly never imagined a scenario in which the wards could be broken. Perhaps it was arrogance on my part, but Lilith is among the more cunning enemies we've ever faced.
How did Wanda come into your care?
Wanda's story is quite tragic and perhaps not mine to tell. There was an accident on the Abbey grounds not long ago involving Agatha.
I feel like everyone is avoiding mention of Agatha.
So funny. They do the body animation, and then later the voice and the mouth comes in.
Not my place. You should speak to Sarah about her when you're ready.
Let us talk later.
Visit whenever you like. It's not often I get to converse with a true legend.
And streaming for half an hour, we had 2 conversations.
Now, I doubt advanced gamma thermodynamics was a hot topic at Ye Olde Demon Hunting School, so I'm just gonna give you the condensed version.
I appreciate that.
Closest I've ever seen to this substance is pumping through Bruce's veins. Part gamma accelerant, part unknown element. Calling it Coil for now, given its unique atomic structure. Man, I love acronyms. This stuff is more volatile than Nick Fury on a Monday morning, but Hydra doesn't seem to mind.
They are using it to get stronger.
Exactly. A few drops would make your average salamander look like Fin Fang Foom. Thankfully, with a little help from Dr. Spooky and our haunted oven over here, I think 2 can play at this game.
You are not suggesting we start injecting ourselves with it.
No, nothing like that. Though I can see some future applications for my energy drink line. I was thinking we apply this stuff towards upgrading our equipment.
I like where this is going.
Just give me a little time here and I can whip up some pretty fun toys. How about we give Hydra a taste of their own gamma-powered medicine for a change? Welcome to Tony's Scary Demon Cave. I'm Tony, and how may I assist you today?
Analyzing gamma coils. Tony Stark can use coil material recovered in combat to create hero abilities. Only one of the abilities on offer can be selected, so choose wisely.
This should be quick.
Reveal new abilities.
What do you think?
Okay, so these aren't like new, it's just like a new copy of a card that I can get. Okay, and I own 2 of each of these. I do like the quick attacks, but maybe we don't need very many of them. I'll get Slash with knockback. Yeah. Oh, show hero deck. Oh my god, okay, I have to hold it. Okay. Blade stack. Yeah, I'll just get Slash, that's good.
Hunter, when you have a minute, come meet me in the yard.
You have gained a copy of a currently equipped ability. If taken to the yard, duplicate abilities can be combined into new, more powerful versions. Okay, that sounds good. New post. Tony says, why does my equipment smell like popcorn? Nico says, maybe it's your portable microwave? We used it a few nights ago when we camped out on the grounds. Are you saying... Oh. Are you saying you took a potentially groundbreaking weapon from my lab and used it for snacks? Carol says, yeah. Tony says... What's the fusion decoupler? The mass modifier. I better not was it the fusion decoupler, the mass modifier? I better not find s'mores in my gamma cyclotron. Carol says, how would we make s'mores in a cyclotron? Nico says, do you know how s'mores are made, Tony? Ilyana says, he thinks the butler brings them. Tony says, don't change the subject. Alright. Yeah, so let's go to talk to Blade.
Welcome to the yard. At least that's what we're calling it these days. Caretaker put me in charge of your training. Too bad she didn't listen to me yesterday. Now that we know what we're up against, I think we can all use the practice. Any questions?
I did, but they are about you.
Right when it's time to train? From all Sarah told us about you, she never described you as lazy.
Let's joke.
Everyone loves you when you are dead. Tell me, does that mean you are half-loved?
She didn't describe you as a snarky jackass,
Yikes.
but here we are.
Well, he hated that.
All right, Tony Stark Jr., ask your questions.
He hated that, oh my god.
Can I ask about you?
I guess.
I guess.
Is your name really Blade?
Is your name really the Hunter?
Yeah.
Yes?
Oh, really? Your mom, before she became the mother of demons, looked into your cradle and decided to name her firstborn child the Hunter.
That is how I understand it.
It takes all kinds.
So, is your name really Blade?
No.
What is it?
It's private.
Is it embarrassing?
No, the Hunter, but I only share it with friends.
You do not consider me a friend?
Not yet. Don't take it personally.
How did you become a Dhampir?
You say that like I had a choice. I was born this way.
Gonna require a lot of patience.
How is that possible?
A vampire bit my mother. Problem was, I was still in the womb. I'm lucky I was even born. Don't know if that's how it always is, but that's the way it went down for me.
I'm glad. Oh, they just love the dramatic process. Yeah, it seems so. I thought you were saying you loved them. I was like, oh, I'm glad someone likes them.
How long have you been around?
I don't exactly know. I think of myself as mid-20s, maybe. I lost a lot of time. Much of the last century was a blur. I have occasional memories, almost like coming up for air before being yanked back down into the depths.
What happened?
I killed a lot of vampires. I hadn't lost my mind exactly, but I got into a rhythm and never stopped. Never had a reason to stop. Not until I met Caretaker.
And then?
She gave me a reason to stop.
What brought you to the Abbey?
Caretaker. About 10 years ago, she brought me back to the real world. Gave me a place to stay until I came back to myself.
Did she ever say why?
She said she thought I'd be able to kill more vampires if I was acting on more than just instinct. But I know it was more than that. She gave me safe haven here at the Abbey. Something I'd never known. Must have read half the books in the library by the time I headed out. So when she reached out and asked me to be part of this weird little club, of course I showed up.
Tell me about the Midnight Suns.
All right.
Why did you join? Vampire hunting is a solitary affair.
Guess I never found the right team.
Is that all?
No, but that's all I'll share for now. You really want to know? Put in the work. If I trust you, I'll have more to say.
What can you tell me about the others?
Nothing. Ask them yourself.
I'm not asking you to break anyone's confidence.
Fine. Which one?
Tell me about Nico.
She's the youngest, but she acts like she's in charge.
Why let her act like that?
She's usually right, and she keeps us on track. I didn't think we'd get along, but we wouldn't be the Midnight Suns without her.
What makes you say that?
She has a lot of heart, and that's why we let her. Anybody else?
What about Robbie?
He's exactly what he seems. Well, sorta. He's open with people, easygoing. Sometimes that comes across as dopey, but don't get the wrong impression. He's quick to make friends, and once he does, he's your friend for life. So don't let him down, or I'll hold it against you. Anybody else?
What do you know about magic?
Keeps to herself.
That is it?
She's a private person. Until she lets you in, that's all you need to know.
When does she let people in?
At her own pace. Respect that, and it'll happen faster than you think. Anyone else?
Tell me what you think of Sarah.
Well, there are a few people I tolerate, even less who I like. Sarah, I respect. She sees the big picture, and we're a part of it. I'd follow her to hell if I had to. And from what I understand, we may have to.
Well,
I am surprised she commands such respect.
I'm surprised that you're surprised. You know what she's like more than any of us.
I do.
Who
what does
else?
that mean? That's all.
Nobody else.
Sure.
Do you have any thoughts on the team as a whole?
I think we're the only ones aware of the danger Lilith poses to this world. And I think we're pretty green, but enough training will get us through it. Speaking of training, we doing this, or are we gonna keep wasting daylight?
We should train.
I am ready to train.
Finally.
You said it. -1 friendship XP.
Sup?
Thanks, Blade.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
Ace is on the floor next to my chair. But I'm so comfortable the way I'm sitting, I don't really want to move. Don't let him up.
Ready for more?
Upgrading abilities. If a hero possesses 2 copies of an ability, they can be combined to create a new, more powerful version. Right, yes. Give me /+. Ace needs to be comfy, angry face. Whoa! Well, do you want to maybe pick him up and put him up there? 30 attack essence. Okay, upgrade that.
Do your thing.
Alright, well that's good. Yes, Ace? Wait, no, don't go that way. Don't stand on my desk. Ugh. Oh, you okay? Well, he's in my lap now. Sort of.
Like the way you move out there, Hunter. Guess Dr. Strange picked the right supernatural demon hunter to resurrect. I'm Carol Danvers, but you can call me Captain Marvel. Kidding. Carol's fine. Just thought I'd throw a bone to the Avengers PR team. Not gonna lie, going a few rounds in Vampire Guy's Magic Thunderdome sounds like fun, but we've got bigger fish to fry. Well, not so much fish as that ginormous invulnerable sewer monster that swallowed the Sanctum.
Every lock has its key.
True, if only a man-eating alien demon monster hadn't eaten ours. But that got me thinking. Strange, Caretaker, and the rest of the funky bunch can try and magic their way through that shield all they want. If my time as a pilot taught me one thing, it's that sometimes you've got to find a workaround. As in Hydra. They've got to know the way inside. Steve's always said they aren't much for talking. But then again, I'm told I can be rather persuasive when I need to be.
Just how far are you willing to go, Captain?
Let's just say that I'm willing to unleash the power of a quantum singularity white hole on them if need be.
A quantum what?
You'll see. Find me in the war room when you're finished here. There's a few things we should discuss. Oh, and Hunter? Welcome back from the dead.
Oh, hey. First we crawl, then we stumble. Yes?
Yes, that's it. Okay. Water rod. Barely a stone at all, this blue-black topaz almost seeps through the fingers when held. It smells strongly of a tide pool, and if held near to the ear, the sounds of the sea. Interesting. Lounge. What? Oh.
I needed that.
Oh, okay. Bye, Slow. I haven't really walked around up here yet.
This is which sign?
A glyph scrawled in bone chalk. Its meaning known only to the witch who wrote it. Interesting. Well, so far I really like that there's, like, stuff to get mechanically from just, like, looking around at stuff. Still can't open that thing. Or that one.
Probably time to head out, right?
Nothing is certain these days, but these readings are too distinct to ignore. The gamma signature is...
Sorry, Bruce, we lost you. Did you say Gamma?
Yes,
Hang on a second. Come on, Tony. You managed to stream the Super Bowl to a Kree battleship 50 light years out. This should be easy.
We waited all year for that game, and you know the Skrulls would have spoiled it for us if they got the chance.
Well, can't you just... I don't know.
Work my magic again? See,
Oh, I love this painting.
this time I am working with actual magic, and let me tell
Frames
you,
in the Abbey. Various frames in the Abbey can be interacted with. Paintings can be removed from frames for a small gloss cost. Paintings in your inventory can be placed in empty frames for free. I didn't want to remove that painting. That one's kind of low resolution.
Salutations.
Oh, wait. Yeah, okay. I think it loaded in since then.
Regardless of what Mr. Stark thinks, the mirror table was guiding our hand reliably for centuries before the advent of computers.
It's like a big map. The sun, Johnny Storm, leaps into the sky and blazes bright, showcasing his exceptional power with extreme control. This card represents an abundance of energy as well as optimism and joy. Alright, I'll give you... Let's see if Ace can be on camera. Oh? There's Ace's face. That's like a boy. crime. Oh. Okay. The lad, yes. Here he is. Alright, can't go in here yet.
There are cracks in this wall.
Yeah, there are cracks in this wall. Wow, I'm surprised just like how far it just lets me walk in the beginning of the game. Just some drinks here. Alright, I'll turn it back up to me. Oh, it looks like I walked around the whole building.
They turned me down last time I asked for a tour of NORAD, but I guess this is close enough.
The gamma signature is completely inverted. The daughter nuclei are being reabsorbed into the parent nuclei, which is impossible.
If the gamma signature from the Sanctum is really that unique, Bruce, then couldn't we just...
Sorry, still working out a few gremlins in the system.
Try sunlight, and whatever you do, avoid water.
Oh, wait, you're being serious?
Gremlins.
We should be able to track this new gamma signature to its source then, right? I'd do it myself, but we seem to be having a little IT trouble today.
Please. Old Central here is ready to grind through that data like chum.
What exactly is a central?
CENTRAL. Cognitive Encryption Net Transmogrification. We'll figure it out later.
Sending coordinates now. Hope your gremlins enjoy gamma spectroscopy.
Well, he's been a little moody lately, ever since, you know, the problem with the big old green guy.
I heard that.
Banner can't turn into the Hulk? Not sure if we should be frightened or relieved.
That makes two of us.
Oh, hey. Come on. Happens to everyone. Well, okay, not everyone.
Nice work, Bruce.
I know that place. Creepy abandoned warehouse in the bad guy part of town.
My favorite kind. Anybody up for paying it a visit?
Definitely.
Aw, see that? Teamwork goosebumps.
Find me when you're ready.
Alright, Blade, we can be friends. I won't make any more stupid jokes at you.
Multi-million-dollar piece of experimental technology, and she kicks it.
The two of us on the mean streets of New York? Evildoers beware.
Stark's holographic monstrosity better not scratch my table. I can't just hop over to Atlantis and pick up another one, you know. It was just recently that the Hudson Yards Development Restoration Association purchased this entire block. I'll let you think about that one for a minute.
Faustian bargain. The heroes have identified an abandoned warehouse where Hydra may be operating. Blade and the Hunter join Captain Marvel to investigate. Yep. Alright. Combat items. Don't have any. Ready. Confirm the deck.
Let's see. Trench coat, sunglasses at night, brooding personality. Something tells me these midnight warehouse raids are pretty normal for you. Looking forward to going a few rounds with these new and improved Hydra soldiers.
We're going...
Normally I'd just meet you there, but I'm actually a little curious about this portal you've been using. This area in particular?
Occasionally. Good for a late-night snack.
Oh.
The falafel place down the road. Stays open till 3.
Oh, right, sure. Only maybe next time say it less vampire-y.
This place is like a resort compared to some of the spots I've worked out of. Heroes have just gotten spoiled these days. We don't really cross paths, but from what I know of her, Captain Marvel fighting Hydra is like you and me fighting ants.
Don't worry. This is a different portal to a different location. You should be more careful.
Gamma signatures and unstable isotopes aren't really in my wheelhouse, so we'll be patching Dr. Banner through from Avengers Tower once you reach the other side.
Almost feels like cheating with you two on our side.
Not bad for our first team up.
Actually, I have like a lot to say. Ooh, looks cool.
Probably can scratch abandoned off the description of this place. You seeing this, Bruce? Getting all sorts of weird down there.
Johann Fenhoff. That hack. I heard he was dead. Well, hoped is perhaps the more accurate description.
Calls himself Faustus now. Hydra's resident mad scientist.
Not just Hydras. Liliths. That's magic coming from those crates. I can feel it.
Yeah? How about gamma radiation? You feeling that too? Because that's some pretty evil-looking Hydra tech down there.
Gamma and magic.
Gonna need you to use your science brain on this one, Bruce.
We need to approach this situation carefully. Combining those energies is an explosive proposition at best. Think scalpel, not hammer. Stealth, not strength.
Oops.
Yeah, I don't do stealth.
Kill them.
Defeat all enemies to complete the encounter. Okay, let's see.
Faustus a bit of a crackpot, but his fundamental science must be sound. The device would have surely exploded otherwise after your display, Carol.
Learned it by watching you, Bruce.
See, we don't need to heal. We don't need that either. I'll try this. Yeah.
You have earned this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that was a good play. Let's see.
Let's do it.
That's one hell of a move. That's a neat trick.
Doesn't seem like there's any like good stuff to like. Oh. Oh, there's knockback. Okay, wait, maybe I can.
You are lucky to still be breathing.
That work? Oh, you jump off it. Okay. Interesting. I don't want to be, like, in the range of that, so I'm just gonna... End turn.
Never surrender! That's not supposed to hurt.
Units on the move.
Tactic mode allows you to quickly assess the entire battlefield and condition of enemy units. Activate tactics mode by pressing LT.
I've never been one to buy into the science of magic, but the data I'm seeing is hard to ignore. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio.
You know you're talking to a vampire, an alien hybrid, and a resurrected demon hunter, right?
Alright. Okay, so that just lets me know how much HP things have. That's not super helpful right now, but okay.
Who's next? Looking good, feeling good.
Okay, nice.
Not a problem.
Overkill. Alright.
Got him.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith. There was a time when Lilith had the highest of standards for her minions. That time has clearly passed.
I only have one card play left, so I don't really want to play that. So I'll do this. Yeah. Whoa, okay. Push him off the roof. Okay.
Just like old time.
Go, now, quickly!
Let's go, go, go!
The perfect opportunity to field test Mother's device.
Watch out!
Yeah, you missed some yeeting. I knocked someone off a roof.
Get her!
Recover artifact. Retrieve the mysterious artifact from the truck. Break the Hydra's shield guard's protection to access the truck. Use recover artifact card to secure the artifact.
For the record, Bruce, I did not smash that thing.
Noted, Carol. Perhaps you might direct all that energy towards your newfound adversaries instead. And the mysterious cargo they're attempting to escape with?
Tutorial protection. Any object that is protected cannot be completed. Reduce the Hydra shield guard's block to 0 in order to break protection.
Maybe you should call a few more.
Hmm. Hmm. I'll just do the... I'll just do this one.
Get ready. It's weirdos like these that give people like us a bad reputation.
Was that truly your best?
So that means I would hit 2 things. Okay.
Watch and learn.
Never seen that before.
Captain Marvel can now go binary. Playing 3 Captain Marvel cards will draw the Go Binary ability. In her binary state, Captain Marvel will deal significantly more damage. Captain Marvel will lose her binary state once all of her block has been removed. Okay.
Here it comes. You kissed the mother with that mouth? Playtime's over.
Oh, that didn't do very much. Okay, cannot perform this action. Okay, okay.
About time.
Interesting.
Ready up.
Okay, so that's... Okay.
Hydra's in control of the situation.
Don't so good.
Yikes, dazed.
On Gamma, on the move. We stand with the mother.
Oh. Okay. Looks like, oh, is it not protected anymore? A hero is dazed and unable to act. The other heroes must take the number of actions before dazed effect wears off. Tip, the number of actions remaining are displayed on the dazed hero's health bar.
Preliminary analysis of the blast confirms high levels of gamma and various unknown energies.
Unknown to you. There is dark magic at work here. We must not let Hydra escape with it.
Immune to knockback. Oh, come on.
Hydra's standards have fallen a great deal.
Is that all? Wonder what the desertion rate is for Hydra lackeys.
Hail that.
I'm on it.
Oh, yeah.
Come get it. Watch me.
Yeah, Blade doing some work.
The battlefield is ours. Ready for a real hit? My time to shine.
To be crystal clear, we won't be able to recreate Faustus's experiment or track potential future variance gamma signatures without a baseline resonant sample from his initial occult catalyst.
Got it. Stop the truck.
Supply kit has been recovered. Defeat the remaining enemies to complete the mission.
Less
Okay.
thing to worry about. Approximately 16,342 more to go. I suggest starting with the remaining Hydra forces in your vicinity.
You asked for it. These fanatics are always the same.
It's about time.
Now that was something.
Oh, I want to be able to hit him into that electricity. But this is in the way. Shit. Okay, what if I... No. He's just... Well, I'm gonna hit him out there.
I'm afraid you might not make it back from this one.
Oh. Shit, I didn't even see this. I didn't get what that was. Oh well. I could have dropped that big head on him.
You look a little nervous.
Ah, these delays can be quite frustrating. Infuriating, even. I suppose by now I'd normally be tromping through the warehouse, hurling the puny truck at the moon.
Don't worry, Bruce. I've got a pair of torn purple pants with your name on them.
Ugh.
Time to bleed.
I really put this guy in a bad spot.
And
For
I
me.
thought Man-Thing was ugly.
Alright, what if I... moved her here? Probably can't knock him back this way, but... Okay. There we go.
Maybe you should teach me that one.
We've done it!
What is this thing?
Bad guy crate. Full of bad guy stuff.
I know those symbols from the time of the first hunt. That glyph means barrier, that one almighty. Something, something, gods and demons.
So a spooky bad guy crate.
Very spooky. Designed to contain powerful magic. Be careful.
Excuse me, sorry.
Got it. Don't cross the streams.
Never do. How about we get this thing back to the Abbey and see for ourselves?
Eh. Where's the truck with the stuff?
Nice job out there, kid. I mean, I didn't get Hydra bombed until my 10th run with the Avengers.
Kid? You do know that I'm a good 3 centuries older than you, right?
Then you've got a lot of catching up to do.
Okay, Abbey tournament tonight.
Sure about that? Last one got a little heated.
The Eternal Spirits of Vengeance take technical fouls very seriously, especially in the fourth quarter.
Forget it. Tonight is movie night.
It is always movie night.
Exactly.
Wow, out of jail again? Who made this game? Wilson Fisk?
Well, if parking is free, clearly no one from Manhattan.
You know what they say? All work and no play is how we ended up with Ultron. Come on. You should hang out.
No! Movie night is rest. Fall asleep on the couch at movie night. It's good, I promise. No. Tutorial Superlink.
How did this work again?
Nico has sent you a message on Superlink. Open the strategy pause menu setting using menu button and then use LB to navigate to Superlink. Finally use RT to check for new messages.
That is something.
Wait, how do I... RT, okay. And Nico says, Hunter, are you there? By the way, this is Nico. In case nobody gave you the rundown on how the spark works. Just now. Blade and Captain Marvel just filled us in. Freaky stuff, especially Faustus. And then they just left me here alone. You should come hang out. I really just said no. Leave me alone.
Hunter, I know you're awake in there. You just replied to me.
Oh boy.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll wait. Yeah, I should save that one for Hydra.
I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll... Yeah, I think I still want to be wearing this outfit. I haven't bought any of the other ones. Whoa, change outfits daily. That's cool! It will just, like, automatically change outfits. That's fun. Alright. Let's not leave Nico hanging.
Hunter, I know you're awake in there. You just replied to me. I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll wait. Yeah, I should save that one for Hydra. Good. You answered. Getting hard to keep finding ways to say open door around here. And despite what Robbie says, I don't think the staff of one speaks High Elven. Blood magic stuff. Cool room. Spacious. Aw, is that bed for Charlie?
Yes.
So, if you're planning on giving me some sort of brooding code of the stoic warrior speech, I'm immune. Just ask Blader Magic. From what I just saw out there, whatever crazy ancient living weapons stuff Caretaker put you through back in the day did a real number on you. We got a lot of work to do.
Work?
Yeah, talking to people, making friends, basic human stuff. Or quasi-human. You're a Midnight Sun now. One of us.
I just noticed her old lace button on her shoulder.
I could use some rest.
You and me both. Been bad dreams every night for me lately. I keep seeing Wanda. She Never mind.
I will meet you outside.
Yes! I'll go nuke us some popcorn and you pick out a movie. Oh, and it may just be the two of us. The others went outside, needed to cool off. Really need to hang a fan over that forge. Or maybe crack open the casket of Ancient Wonders a little?
New hero available. Nico's now available for combat missions. Imagine I just blew her off. Awful. No, not doing that. Wait, I need to get all these things. Oh.
Hello, my sweet girl. What you doing, Charlie?
Caretaker's Journal, July 13th, 1689. A coven of witches from across the sea is sent for our help. I regret that I cannot do more, but Lilith and I are stretched to our limits. I've sent a moon seal to their home in Salem. By way of the Knights of Wundagore, I have no doubt this will take care of the troubles they face. Okay, I'll sit down 1 minute after I pick up all these essences that are just like on the floor.
Try to drop a warehouse on you? Ugh, that guy is so lame. Talk about a prototypical follower.
Talk about a prototypical follower. Fire rod. Embers swirl in this cloudy crystal, almost too hot to touch. Its surface glows like liquid fire. Glyphs of smoke resolve and vanish around a core of obsidian glass.
Ah, I see.
Strange glyphs. 5 symbols appeared in a row. The order is probably important.
Despite almost getting blown up, it seems you did pretty well out there. Maybe there's hope for the world yet. Maybe you need a cup of coffee or something? Something tells me you don't have a favorite movie. Well, I can start you out with one of my favorites.
That's so true. I don't have a favorite movie.
It's cool. I can wait. It's good to punch Hydra in the face, but they feel like a red herring. Okay, a black and red herring, but still. In school, they never taught us about Hydra's role in World War II. Do you think modern Hydra made sure of that? Where does Hydra find so many troopers? There's no hiring app for goons. But if there was, I'd call it a goober. I get why they named themselves Hydra. If you're all about insidious corruption, no one will take you seriously if you're called bedbugs or black mold. I hope you knock some sense into those troopers. Gig economy or not, Hydra is no way to pay the bills.
Wow, she has so many voice lines.
It's good to punch Hydra in the face, but they feel like a red herring. Okay, a black and red herring, but still. In school, they never taught us about Hydra's role in World War II. Do you think modern Hydra made sure of that?
Hero awards, friendship XP gains. Yeah, let's choose this hangout.
I know this entire situation's gotta suck for you. Not just the whole resurrected, chosen one thing. I get why facing Lilith won't be easy. I was 15 when I found out my mother was capital E evil.
So, I was 10 when I found out? Oh my god, no. Oh, our movie. We're watching a western. What about your father? Her father's also evil, don't worry.
Sorry to hear you went through that.
It was bad, but I learned to deal with it. It's the only way forward, right? Look, I'm glad my mother is gone, but yeah, at times I just want to hear her voice again. Some days I'd give anything to make that happen. Makes me hate her even more.
I did not realize you carried such pain.
I just learned to bury it. You think I can afford a therapist on a superhero salary? I'm kidding. We don't get paid for this. Enough about our crappy parents. You missed out on decades of good movies. It's my solemn duty to fill this knowledge gap with the best examples I can provide. So, the first thing you need to know, the glowing briefcase is a metaphor. I won't forget it. So, what did you think of the movie?
I understood more than I should.
How? You've been dead for 3 centuries.
I'm not so sure I was dead. Not exactly. I recall a deep slumber, not the void. I dreamt.
Of what?
Of everything. Much of this world is familiar to me. I know it from my dreams.
That's not creepy at all. So, do you know everything?
No, think of it like this. I know what a car is, but I have no idea how to drive.
You're up to date, but not omniscient. Then I'm guessing you don't know much about me.
Just what you shared earlier.
You're always free to ask. Like, what's the Staff of One? Or who were the Runaways?
About the Staff of One.
I had some questions about your staff.
Her head's moving like she's talking.
Sure. But first, the basics. The Staff of One interprets words or phrases as spells, but it can only cast a spell once. No repeats.
I should have said the other one. How does it work exactly?
If each magical effect is unique, do you worry you will run out of words?
Not really. I only use the staff's power when I truly need it. The rest of the time, I rely on more conventional means. Like, you know, magic.
I had some questions about your staff.
Go for it.
How does it work exactly?
Can you tell me how the Staff of One functions?
It's blood magic, so my own blood is required to summon it. You wouldn't believe how many adhesive bandages I go through each year.
Man, really chugs along in this the Q&A
What about
portions.
the words you speak?
They come true. Kind of. And not always the way I expect. It's like making a wish, but you can never make the same wish again.
I had some questions about your old team.
The Runaways? Sure thing.
How did you become a team?
Were you all heroes who banded together?
More like our parents were all villains.
No, we were normal kids. We saw each other once a year when our parents got together to reminisce. And then we found out two very disturbing things. First, our parents were supervillains who sacrificed children to evil gods. Second, each of us had some sort of powerful birthright. Our parents wanted us to follow in their footsteps.
What did you do?
We ran. But eventually, we realized only the 6 of us could stop our parents and their dark gods, so we faced them and stopped them from destroying reality as we know it. You know, typical kid stuff.
Who was on the team?
At first, Chase with his mad science gear, Molly, our pint-sized powerhouse, Carolina, the solar-powered sweetheart. Gert had a telepathic link to Old Lace, a genetically engineered Deinonychus from the 87th century. I handled the blood magic, though I didn't understand it much. And Alex, well, we don't talk about Alex.
Where are your friends now?
Molly attends Xavier's School for Gifted Youngsters. Carolina left Earth to marry alien nobility. Gert, she didn't make it. After Gert passed, Chase and I had a falling out. The last I heard, he and Old Lace are living at his family home in L.A. As for Alex, he chose his side, and it wasn't ours. He died with our parents.
Hear that and be like, I should go.
I should get going.
Good timing. Looks like Caretaker wants to speak with you, and wow, I should get to bed. Time flies when you're hanging out.
I'm glad to see you're using your free time productively.
Is that a slight?
Looks like you're finding your way around. Maybe making some new friends.
I was planning on getting some rest, but...
Things are moving at a frantic pace. For all we know, I'll be landing a jet on the roof with Mr. Stark this afternoon. Not quite like it was in the good old days.
The world is still full of monsters and villains. My mother being the worst of them all.
You forgot heroes. The world is still full of heroes. Though sadly, we're missing one of our best.
Agatha? Where is Agatha?
I am sorry. I should have had this talk with you much sooner. But you should know... Agatha... she's no longer with us.
What? That is impossible. She was so...
fierce, indomitable. Or maybe just kind to a fault.
The loss could not have been easy for you.
Thank you for that, but it's not just my loss. It's all of ours. And what makes this loss even harder to accept is that it was completely avoidable. Agatha died in an accident caused by her protege, Wanda Maximoff, the Scarlet Witch. The Midnight Sun's latest recruit, a powerful spellcaster in her own right. Perhaps the most powerful Agatha and I had ever seen. Wanda's abilities were growing. Too quickly for my liking. Agatha was determined to help her control them. I tried to caution her, but she would not listen. There was an incident. An accident, I'm sure, but...
Agatha was killed.
Yes, incinerated in an instant. Not even ash to remember her by. The others were heartbroken, as was I. But I also saw the danger, the threat, if Wanda's powers were left unchecked. So I did what needed to be done. I sent Wanda away, to the Sanctum Sanctorum, to study under Dr. Strange. I know the others still harbor a great deal of resentment towards me for it.
Oh, I get to pick the type of hero I am. Climactic.
Was Wanda so different from me as a child? Was it that easy to send her away?
I didn't have a choice. Wanda's powers were beyond even her own control. And this time I had no Agatha to help me, as I had with you. I thought she would be safe with Strange. On that part, at least, I was clearly mistaken. Ah, Wanda. Agatha. It seems we've lost them both now. I conjured a small shrine to Agatha's memory on the grounds, hoping to find some solace, a way to move forward. You should pay your respects. Maybe you'll find what I couldn't. Good night, Hunter.
Balance. The hunter can follow the path of light or dark through the choices they make in the Abbey and abilities they use in combat. Powerful rewards can be locked as Hunter moves down either path. Wait, Ace, no. You're stretching, but I want to stretch my legs and move them a little bit. Alright. Follow Charlie to Agatha's shrine. Oh, that is a cool window up there. Wow.
Lilith is no less aggressive now than she was 300 years ago. If anything, she's become even more brazen with age. Hopefully, it's just desperation on her part. I remember when I used to go out on these missions myself. At least I can always rely on you to get the job done.
You can sprint while outside on the Abbey grounds. Okay.
Agatha?
You always did have the most remarkable eyes, Hunter. Just like your mother's. Maybe that's why you're the first.
The first?
To commune with the spirits, of course.
Is this a trick of some kind? Because I am not amused.
No, it's no trick, dear. You're just the first to see me. By now you've heard I had a bit of trouble with my corporeal body. I actually find it quite liberating.
You are dead.
Always straight to the heart of things. That's my Hunter.
You seem strangely at ease about this whole thing.
After 1,000 years of living, you learn to take things in stride. Even death.
And what have you been doing all this time?
Meet me by the cave just over there. You know the one.
The Blood Gate? Caretaker always told me to stay away from that place.
I think we can safely lift the veil on a few more of our secrets. What's the worst that can happen?
Just teleporting backwards, no big deal.
This ominous-looking portal is known as a Blood Gate, and you're the only one among us who can pass through it.
Blood Gate? Caretaker's handiwork?
Yes, Sarah got a little overprotective after the accident with Wanda. It's become something of a habit for her.
I have noticed that.
What lies beyond is meant for you, as much as it ever was for her. Assuming you're up to the challenge, that is.
You know I am.
I do. But it's always polite to ask.
That is something.
Uh-oh. Oh my god. Game crashed. Well. I guess I'll reload it. We'll see what's on the other side of the portal and then we'll call it an end. But I felt like that was like too much of a cliffhanger if we don't go through. I don't know when the last time it saved was, so that'll be interesting. There's just this blue light in the woods in the background of that cutscene, and I was like, I gotta go touch that before we go into the portal. Yes, okay, yeah. No. Oh my god. Okay, well, I think we're gonna call it quits because, like, it did it really not save? Yeah, wow. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it didn't save after our conversation with Nico. I guess it's my fault too. I thought it would have saved after we found Agatha, but it did not. So, I think I'm just gonna call it for tonight. Thank you all for coming. Sorry if this was rough on people's patience with the fact that it doesn't load very well on my computer, so we have to wait for all the dialogue to go up. But, thank you all for coming. I'll be back, next week on Thursday, most likely. And, I hope everybody has a happy new year. Good night, everybody.